Hey guys, meteorologist Chris Tomer here with this On the Snow Before You Go forecast. All right, here's what I'm seeing during this time period. Still looking at a pattern shift after 321 with 3 different storm systems lined up for the west. I'm expecting big snow totals as a result of all 3 of those storm systems. You can see the timeline here for the Sierra, the Tetons, the Wasatch, and Colorado. Banff looking good with heavy snow accumulation into the morning of 324. In the northeast, your best shots of snow. Moderate to heavy are 323 and then moderate on 328. So we'll look at all of this in the forecast update, but here's my spider chart. Odds of best snow over the next 7 days, and more purple higher on the web represent better odds of new snow. That's, initially that's a lot of BC, Montana, parts of Washington, Oregon, the Sierra, Idaho, Wyoming, and then it transitions down into Utah, and then eventually it transitions into Colorado. So those are the areas that you're going to want to hit and definitely keep in mind. Okay, let me take you over to water vapor satellite imagery this morning and just give you the lay of the land here as to what's coming. So on this, your moisture aloft is in the whites and the blues and the greens, and so there's one storm, another one spinning behind it, and then a third storm behind that. So all 3 of those storm systems will play into that pattern change after 321. Here's the latest jet forecast. So close of day on 321. You can see the trough, the area of low pressure approaching the west coast. It's there by 322 into 323. So cruising through California, Washington, and Oregon, headed into Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, and Colorado, 324. Then it may spin them to a little stronger Colorado storm system, 324, 325. And you can already see the next low on its backside sliding in across the jet very fast. So it's one storm right after another. There's 326, and then the jet flattens, brings in another storm system, 327 and 328. All right, putting precip on top of this, forecast radar and satellite by the morning of 321. The actions in BC dropping down into Montana and Idaho through Washington and Oregon, 321, little area of light snow. But here comes the main storm system. And there it is, spinning into the interior, 323, 324 with more widespread snows. And then it cruises into Colorado, starts to mature, afternoon of 324, and then drops down some heavy snow across the front range. Here comes the second storm right on its heels with another shot of heavy snow. And then here comes the third storm very quickly in, 327 and 328. So we've got 3 storms, and let me just show you my grand total map. So by the end of day on 329, a lot of snow. Anywhere in purple is over a foot. So we're looking at 2 feet or more in the Tetons, 1 to 2 feet for the Wasatch, 1 to 2 feet in Colorado. Again, this captures all 3 storm systems, about a foot in Montana, about a foot through Brundage and Schweitzer, 10 to 20 inches in interior BC and the Banff area, 1 to 2 feet for Washington and Oregon, and 1, 2, maybe 2.5 feet across parts of the Sierra. Let me break it down by time period. So through 321, if you're skiing 321, you'll want to be up in BC, Banff, Montana, parts of Idaho, or the Wasatch. Second time period takes into account the first major storm system, and this is what moves through across the entire Intermountain West, and you can see the numbers. The bigger time period here is 325 through 329. This captures the second 2 storm systems, and we're accumulating at least a foot, if not more, in a lot of locations during this time period. Okay, final stop is to the northeast, a nice belt of some heavy snow accumulation across Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, and most of this happens on 323 and also 328. All right, guys, we'll end on the grand total map here again for the west through late 329. We've got a lot of snow accumulation on the way, but it will not all come at once. It will come from 3 different storm systems. All right, thanks, guys, for tuning in here to this On the Snow Before You Go forecast. Always appreciate it, and take care.